So here what you're doing, you can start off at the first number, 2. Okay, so let's start right over here at 2. And when you subtract, okay, that means you're taking away, right? So when you subtract, that means you're actually going to be going backwards, okay? But when you work with negative numbers, see the -3 here? Negative numbers actually tell you to do the opposite, okay? So if you're subtracting, normally we would go backwards, 1, 2, 3, because it's getting smaller. But the negative number tells us to do the opposite. So we're actually going to go, instead of going backwards 3, we're going to go forwards 3. 1, 2, 3. And you can see we end up at 5. Okay, so we understand about negative numbers doing the opposite. We understand how subtraction normally takes us backwards on the number line. But I'm going to show you a shortcut, and this will help you as you do more complicated problems. What you can do is when you see a subtraction problem, think of it as an addition problem. So what we're going to do is subtraction is really like adding the opposite. So if you change this from subtraction to addition, you want to change this sign to the opposite. If it's positive, you make it negative. If it's negative, you make it positive. Now you can see we have a simple problem here. It's just 2 plus 3, which we learned a long time ago. That's just 5, right? Okay, let's go to the next one. -3 minus 1. Okay, one way to think about this is the number line. You can start at -3. Subtraction says that we're going to go to the left one place, and we're at -4, right? Easy. The other way to do it is we could say, subtraction is like adding the opposite. So if I change this, I don't want to change the overall value of the problem. I have to change this to the opposite. So -3 plus -1. We can talk about this scale like we talked about in the previous video about comparing, positive and negative numbers. If we have a -3 plus -1, it's like stacking up 3 bricks on the left side plus another brick on the left side. This scale is going to tilt to the left because it's heavier by 4 bricks. Okay, there's nothing on the right to counterbalance it, so we have -4. Over here, in this example, -4 minus -2. So what I would do, okay, if you wanted to think of the number line, we'd start off over here at -4, okay. If we subtract, we would go to the left, right? Because subtracting is making the number smaller. But we're working with a -2. Negative numbers tell us to do the opposite. So instead of going left 2, we're going to go right 2, and that's going to put us at -2. Now it gets a little bit more complicated when you start having all these negatives in your problem. So what I suggest and recommend, after you have a feel for how positive and negative numbers work, is just take this little shortcut and make subtraction like adding the opposite. If you change this sign, change this to the opposite, and you've got it. So you've got -4 plus 2. Think about putting 4 bricks on this side, 2 bricks on this side. Which way is it going to tilt? Well, it's going to tilt to the heavier side, right? Why? Because it's heavier by 2, okay? 2 of these are going to cancel out with 2 of these. That would be balanced, but it's actually heavier on that side by 2. And so you can see you're going to have -2. It's tilting towards the negative side. Okay, last example here. We're subtracting, so that's like adding the opposite. We have a -700 plus a -100. Okay, so you spend $700 plus you spend another $100. So far you've spent $800. So you've decreased whatever was in your account, let's say by $800. So these are just some simple and easy and direct ways to work with positive and negative numbers when you're subtracting. Just think about changing it to adding the opposite, and then you can use that scale analogy that I was showing you, and you'll have it. So I'll see you in the next video.